Hello, my name is Devisha Joshi, and today I will be telling you about the Silver Zone Olympiad Excellence Guide made by Genius Series. The topic of this one is computer science. I also have different videos on the science topic. This is of class 5 and it has all the questions in MCQ format, and it has an in-depth analysis of each topic followed by relevant practice and illustrative examples. Now it is meant for Olympiads, quizzes, competitions at inter-school, state and national and international levels. If you are very familiar, you would know that this book is used for the Silver Zone Olympiad. So, now, what is the chapter we're going to study? We are going to study chapter number 1, Growth of Modern Computers. So, introduction. What is a modern computer? A modern computer is the combination of miniature and complex networks of electronic devices and software on which these devices can run to perform the given task. The working principle of modern storage devices is the same of that as punch cards used in the first appearance of computers, which are known as punch cards. These punch cards were used in analytic engine and ENIAC. Data in the modern storage device is then stored in forms of bits, same as the holes in punch cards. This chapter studies the growth of computer through ages. But what do we do to represent these ages? We call them generations. I know you may have heard of the term generation by your ancestors, such as your ancestor, you are a generation of your ancestor, like that. How much was yeah. Same thing happens with computers. Since your computer is also connected to the ENIAC, as your computer is connected to ENIAC, just like you are connected to Adam and Eve, like that. Okay? Got it? So, data in these modern storage devices is stored in the form of bits, same as the holes and punch cards are used in punch cards. So, what is a generation? A generation refers to the state of improvement in the development of a product. The computer can be classified into 5 generations, while humans can be classified into thousands, millions. I don't even know myself. So, firstly, these generations are described by the type of storage device and electronics used in computers. Such as, in the first generation we had vacuum tubes. Second generation we have transistors. Third generation we have ICs. And etc. Let us learn about these different generations of computers one by one. As stated earlier, the development of electronic computers can be divided into 5 generations. Depending on the technology used, they are as follows. We have the first generation. So, the first generation was the birth of computers. The first generation is the first generation of computers were developed in 1946 to 1959 was the first timeline started. Now, during this period, the first genius computer was invented. Its name was ENIAC. There were a few previous versions from it, which is the analytic engine, blah, blah, blah. But for now, the first working computer which has been finished and done was ENIAC. It performed calculations the computational speed of the ENIAC was measured in milliseconds. But they were really expensive. And they generated lots and lots of heat, which causes some of the vacuum tubes to just and cause the entire facility go on fire. Same thing happened on Jordan the Builder. I don't know where it happened. I think it happened in 1950 somewhere when people were still using it. Some explosion happened which caused a lot of people to die. This was happening by the vacuum tubes. Okay, so they generated a lot of heat, which is obviously the reason why they malfunction. So, to stop this thing, they always had to put ACs everywhere to cool it down. And also, it took branches of space. You see that it was bigger than an entire room, which means they had like a 50 to 60 inch room or something like that, 150 inch room to store one computer. Yes, you got me, one computer took that much room. And if you had a bigger station which needed like 15 to 16, you would need lots and lots of room, which was very annoying. Some of the first generation computers were UNIVAC, EDVAC, EDSAC, ENIAC, IBM 701. Let me tell you the full form. UNIVAC was Universal Automatic Computer. EDVAC was Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. EDSAC was Electronic Delay Storage Automatic Calculator. And ENIAC was Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. Some features of the first generation computers were given below. They were extremely large and occupied an entire room. They used vacuum tubes as memory storage. They were very expensive and consumed half of the company's electricity. The computers had low level of accuracy and reliability. They used machine level programming languages, which means 010101010101. The input and output devices of this generation were very slow. So now, after that bomb of computers, we got another bomb of computers. Oh shit. We got another bomb of computers. This one was the second generation, which was in 1959 to 1965. So, what is this thingy? In the second generation of computers, in 1947, after three scientists, John Barden, William Stockage, and Walter Blayton, who were very tired of first generation computers, invented a transistor. It was a lot better than a vacuum tube. It was more reliable, smaller, and much cheaper to build. So one transistor replaced the equivalent of 40 vacuum tubes. This caused the entire room to be shrinking down to a small space. So some models of this generation were IBM 1401, IBM 1620, IBM 7094, UNIVAC 1108, IBM 700, and IBM 700. And then we also have Atlas. Nobody even knows what the Atlas is. A terrible lactose I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. So some features of the second generation were insane. First of all, they were smaller, cheaper. I don't think I can.